This program is rated TV-PG, where it is intended for older people and mature people, but is unsuitable for children. On our broadcast here tonight on this Tuesday for episode 16 of season 4 for NBC Nightly News, the latest, like always, will be on our top stories. Nightly News begins now.
From Studio 13 of Angora Terrace, located in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, this is NBC Nightly News with William Perry White Jr.
Tuesday, July 14th, 2026.
Tonight's newscast for NBC Nightly News is being brought to you by Save-A-Lot. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to episode 16 of season 4 for NBC Nightly News, live on this Tuesday night, July 14th, 2026. Let's begin the news coverage with what's going on. It appears that there was a deadly shooting that took place in Maine. With that being said, it still remains to be ongoing. Let's start things off with NBC News correspondent Aaron McLaughlin with the story. Aaron, good evening. And that was NBC's Aaron McLaughlin starting off our broadcast. Thanks as always, Aaron. When we come back here on a Tuesday night for NBC Nightly News, we'll have an in-depth story. Then there's more top stories in order. Stay right where you are. We're coming right back. And we're back on a Tuesday night for NBC Nightly News with an in-depth story only from NBC 10. The 14-year-old has been arrested and charged with murder for shooting one of the pizza delivery drivers last month in North Philadelphia. With that being said, a lot of things could happen for all the reasons, that's for sure. In lottery news, no clear winners were announced in the mighty Powerball from yesterday, which means it moves up to a predetermined amount of money for tomorrow night for people to play the game. Meanwhile, the Mega Millions continues to stagger in size. It is still worth an estimated $637 million. Turning now to some sports. Jordan Walker won himself the home run derby, defeating my favorite Philadelphia Phillies player now, Kyle Schwarber, 12 home runs to 11 home runs. We have full coverage about it on the NBC News app, as well as the NBC Sports app, and many others. There's so much more nightly news to get to when we return, so please take my advice and don't go away. We're back on NBC Nightly News on a Tuesday night. The investigation on what happened last night in Southwest Philadelphia on the 2700 block of South 68th Street still remains quite anonymous, as 4 people were confirmed to be shot. They had to be treated to a nearby medical center, or in other words known as a hospital. Philadelphia police explained to NBC 10 that it is still the talk of the town for many years to come. Trust me on that. If you're a big fan of Disney Plus's longest running show called Daredevil, like I am sometimes, you do know that they have good actors and good actresses. We lost one of their good actors, Hua Ching Ho. He was confirmed dead today at the age of 82, and there will be funeral services being provided. When we return, there is good news tonight. You'll explain what that means to you and many others when NBC Nightly News comes right back. And finally, on this Tuesday night for NBC Nightly News, there is good news tonight about a little 10-year-old girl being identified as little Paisley Spees, as she is celebrated ahead of a kidney transplant that she had this week. With more on the story, let's turn to my favorite uncle, the one and only Tom Lamas, who is the anchor at NBC Nightly News. Good evening, Uncle Thomas, or Tommy. Take it away. Wow, what a great story that was. I'm glad she is doing okay. We're all praying for you, little Paisley. Get well soon. And thank you for that live report, as always, Uncle Thomas. That is nightly news for this Tuesday night, the 14th of July, 2026. Thanks, as always, for tuning in, no matter where you are at. I'm Mr. William reporting tonight from Studio 13 of Angora Terrace in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, which is my hometown. Come back next time for the next available episode of NBC Nightly News, as it will be the 17th episode of Season 4. Have a wonderful evening and be blessed.
Nightly News is a presentation of NBC News. More Americans watch NBC News than any other news organization in the world.